All right. First and foremost, we want to give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Karak, Wadash, the one to the apostle, known as a great millstone. Peace, salutation, brothers doing his work in sincerity and truth, no for elect. Brothers waiting every day, praying for Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua to return so we can get out this place. Peace, salutations to you, brothers. I want to get into a word. This is basically at the rudiments of this world. Don't have your to unequivocally be just equal with this place or want to be of this place. That's why we're in the spirit. The spirit changes you, man. The world is going to crumble, and we know as men of the Lord, we know that things are about to be flattened. So Yahweh Shem Yahshua gave us the blessing to see these things, man. And we got to be thankful for these things, man. We got to be aware and beware of the things that's coming in this time. Okay, so let's start at Colossians 2:8. It says, "Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophies and vain deceit." You got the place that we're in now is full of robbery, lies, and everything. The world is about to witness some things, but you got guys that's trying to take men of the Lord out, or take the elect or the saints of the Yahweh Shema Shai out of this thing. Seducing spirits are everywhere, man. The world is full of wickedness, and it's full of running in the flesh. And the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai has put spirit on certain men to see that. But guys, their own lust will fall out and be vain. How you got many different factions you got religions, and guys will go into religions as part of and added to the truth and make it a lie. And plus they have the world can engulf them, and they go back into the world, and they start putting tattoos and start giving dissertations, continue to come after men that actually doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because of their hatred for those men, and they really hate Yahweh Shem Yahushua's spirit that's on those men, and because the Most High has blessed them men, and so most of them come against them. Now they got Gucci rags on their neck, which is like weird, but hey, that's what they want to do. So we're not conforming to this world. We're trying to distance ourselves from this place because we know what's going to happen. And guys who were once with us fell out to go to the world, and the world is still in the world. So they fall into vain philosophy. They start listening to other videos, Israelite camps that add to the scriptures, that think about, that put mermaids or have some type of they want some type of adding on with the truth, with the rest of the world, So let's go it again. It says, "Beware of any man that spoil you through philosophies and vain deceit, after the traditions of men and the rudiments of the world, and are not after Yahweh Shai." So they're not after the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. The word is stoi kayon. It says, "Any first things of which others belonging to some series of composite, who takes their rise in element first principle." It says the letter of an alphabet of the element speech. Now, however, the character, the element of which all things have come, and material in the universe, the heavenly bodies, the elements, rudiments, meaning just basically the fundamentals, man. The basics, the primary and the fundamental of the principle of art and deceit and science. So it's just the elements of this thing, everything of this world that men engulf. All right. It says, let's read it again. It says, "Beware of any man that spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit and traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not of after Yahweh Shai." So the worldly lust is what's in their spirit. They fall under that. All right. Let's hold on. Okay. Let's go to Ephesians 2:2. It says, when the time passed, we walked according to the course of this world, because we walked through the course of this world, but through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai that came upon us, man, we eventually seen the light in Yahweh Shem Shai, and we fell out of that world, because a lot of us used to do a lot of things, man. Used to be out all the time, used to have a lot of women, used to do anything we wanted to do. They smoke weed, whatever, It says, once again, the two. It says, wherein in time past we walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, and the spirit that now works in the children of disobedience. So the children of disobedience is the 2/3, man. And the spirit, the men that walk in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. See, it's all about the spirit, man. If you walk in the spirit, you will have to really you worry less about what's going on because of the world, because which is what it's going to end up as. It says, among also, we all have had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desire of the flesh and of the mind, and we by nature the children of wrath, even as others. But Yahweh Bashim Shai, who is rich in mercy, is great in love, wherein he loved us. So we did whatever we desired. But when you come to the Yahweh Shem Shai, you become a new creature. So that's what we are at this. Continue to become a new creature as we build and grow in this thing in the spirit, man. Yahweh Shem Shai is gonna keep guiding us with his holy angels, man. All right, let's go to Romans. Let's go to Romans chapter 12:2. Romans 12:2. Let's go start at 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, the mercies of Yahweh Shem Shai, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto Yahweh Shem Shai, which is your reasonable service. So this is our reasonable service, what we're doing, man. How is and by way doing lessons and consorting with brothers, doing what we have to do to maintain in the spirit in Yahweh Shem Shai. And just to continue in this, we could if we continue to do this and walk after the spirit and the flesh fall off, no matter what, the spirit continues to keep growing with us, man. It says, and to be not conformed to this world, but to be transformed, renewing. Transform. Look at the word transform. Met and or for oh, I can't pronounce it. Met and or fo. To change into another form. Yep, to transform to the way that we were to the way that we should be, in the spirit. Come off of that flesh, transform to transfigure. Yahweh's appearance was changed and was resplendent, and divine brightness of amount of transfiguration. But let's talk about to change ourselves from this world, man, to be morphed into a beautiful spirit, being brotherly to brothers, because in the world they savages out there. We're opposite. That's why the spirit is contrary to what the world is doing. You can't war. Your spirit and your flesh war with each other, man. You got to be walking the spirit, man. So because the world is all about the flesh, how they can fulfill the flesh, the desires of the flesh. Now we trying to walk and please Yahweh Shem Shai, how we can fulfill the spirit, how we can fulfill the spiritual things that Yahweh Shem Shai, man. That's why you might not find too many Israelite men that's doing this work rich. And I said it's not something, or maybe something that has wealth, but hey, because the Lord give us what we need. And that's riches in the spirit. Because you got to be rich in the spirit, man, is because to be rich in the spirit is abundance of it it's through the Yahweh Shem Shai. And that's how we're guiding ourselves through the obstacles of this world. because we're walking after the Spirit, and not of this world. All right. Let's go to verse 3. It says, "For I say through the grace even unto me, for every man that is among you not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly. Be mindful of this thing, man, according to Yahweh Shemashai, and has dealt to every man the measure of faith." So Yahweh Shemashai dealt the measure of faith to each man, each Israelite man that's really about this thing. All right, let's go to John 15. John 15:19. John 15:19, it says, "If you are of the world will love you." So we love his own. The world will love his own. Yeah. Man, the world will love you. Man, if you see it yourself as you used to be, you could have got the women. Nah, the women ain't coming like they want, like they used to be. You're losing your hair, your teeth bad. Your car ain't with it. You ain't got a fresh car like you used to have, a nice car. Your clothes, it's the same clothes you've been wearing for years now. You recycle the same socks, the drawers, everything. But that doesn't mean nothing, because all that's is temporal. You know. But ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. So that's a blessing. Yahweh Shah said he chosen you out of the world, man. Therefore the world hath hated you, man. Remember the word that I have said unto you: servant not greater than his master, greater than his Lord. If ye have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If ye have kept my saying, they will always keep your saying, keep yours also. So the world, hey, we be transformed to a new man, the creature, and people see that, and that's why they don't come close to you, man. You think everybody will flock to you if they see the glory of the Lord or the Spirit of the Lord on you. A lot of guys repel from you because of that spirit. The women repel on you because they're of the world. And the world, if you was of the world would love his own. And that's what it is. You don't get what you used to get, man. You don't get all that, the worldly lust of the things of the nature that you have. You don't get the guys that used to cool with you. It's kind of a disdain or a distance from you, All right? They distance themselves. Let's go to James 4:4. James chapter 4, verse 4. James 4:4, it says, "Ye adulterers, and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity?" Let's get the word enmity. The word enmity, brothers can pronounce that. Enmity, cause of enmity. It says the feminine of hostility. It's enmity, hostility, by implication of reason of opposition. All right? It says hatred, enmity, hatred. Let's read that in the context of that word. It says, "Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity, is hatred." Let's get the word again. It says hatred is opposition with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. "Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh Shem Yahushua." So being in the spirit, being out the loop of the world, so called, man, is way better than to be with the world, because you can't have your feet in both. You can't be the Israelite partier and then come to camp. The Most High seek you out, man. Hey, man, that's why brothers say they rather just deal with what they got and keep going. You're different, brothers. You are different beings compared to the niggas in the world, man. That's why it's a number of 2/3 compared to the 1/3. The elect, man. You're different, man, and they see it. That's why they would not be part of being your cohort. They know you don't smoke weed. That's the world. You don't do drugs. They know that. They know you're not about to eat the ham sandwich. They don't like that. You grew up off of that. That's how you got so tall. Shit like that. I eat pork. I don't eat pork. You got a lot of these people sometimes that make me sick. It don't, man. I don't give a damn. The world is not going to touch you because they're full of dark. They rather be in the darkness, and the spirit of you is shown through light. It's lit up. They see the light and and it's too bright for them, so they shy away from you. All right, that's Yahweh Shimei. That's the spirit of Yahweh Shimei Shai on you, man. Let's go to 1 John 5:4. 1 John 5:4. It says, "Whosoever is born of Yahweh Shimei Shai overcometh the world, and this is the glory that overcometh the world." See, let's read it again. It says, "So whosoever is born," see, you're born of the Spirit, man. You're born of Yahweh Shimei Shai, and Yahweh Shimei Shai overcometh the world. So if you're born of Yahweh Shimei Shai, because you was in the world at one time, you overcame the world through Yahweh Shimei Shai. Yahweh Shimei Shai get you through this, man. Because remember, you overcame, man. At one time you was dealing with it, but you overcame. You put on that helmet of salvation. You put on to defeat the wiles of the devil, man. All right? And this is the victory. This is a victory, man. Be proud to know that Yahweh Shimei Shai took you out of this place, because glory is coming, man. It says that overcometh the world, even our faith. So even the faith, man, because we got to keep that. It's all we got. It's our confidence. It says, "Who is he that overcometh the world? But he that believeth that Yahweh Shai is the son of Yahweh," man. I mean, this is how it is, man. Because he believeth on him, man. So you brothers that believe, man, more blessings to you, man. More blessings to you gonna come in the form of this kid being out of this world, getting the kingdom, brother. More blessings shall come. Constant blessings, man. Because the Most High is gonna what? Protect him that fear him, man. He said, campeth around him, man. Verse 6, he said, "This is he that came by water and blood, even Yahweh Shai, not by water only, but by water and blood, and that it is the Spirit that bears witness, because of the Spirit is truth." So the Spirit is truth. It's because the Spirit bears witness of you that the world is not gonna lock you down, bro. You got a blessing coming. You got blessings on, because you first, the blessing that he revealed the secrets unto his servants, the prophets, and you are a servant. If you will help, whatever, the Most High gave, he opened up the understanding to certain men to do this thing, man, to give the bright light, man. Man, to get you really riled up to understand that you are given the understanding of this thing, man. And the world don't want that. Okay? Let's go to Galatians 1 and 4. Galatians chapter 1, verse 4. Galatians 1 and 4. It says, grace, let's go to verse 3. It says, "Grace be unto you, peace from Yahweh Shimei Shai the Father, from our Lord Yahweh Shai, who gave himself for our sins, that he might deliver us from the present evil world, according to the will of Yahweh Shimei Shai." According to the Yahweh Shimei Shai, the way he planned it out, he wanted you was gonna experience some shit, you was gonna do some dumb shit, you was gonna eventually start seeing this light, and this truth is in you, and you were a part of that, man. Yahweh Shimei Shai placed you past the rest of the world, man. You passed everything. But we gonna be, because you have conformed and changed, you know. Hey, glory unto Yahweh Shimei Shai, man. Call Lord Yahweh Shimei Shai for blessing us, man. For this mercy that he gave us, man. You know, because look, the world is gonna be destroyed. The people in it, the 2/3 of our own people are gonna be blanked out, man, ashed up, you know. Because they have not heard, they got their deaf attitude. They don't want to hear, man. They say they want smooth things. You know, we know the rough things that's gonna come. You know, this Black Summer, they think it's just entertainment. These at least are showing them, man. Let's go to 1 John 2 and 15. 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. 1 John 2 and 15, it says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh. So the lust of the flesh is in the world, and the lust of the eyes, so what you see, and the pride of life. So the pride is what it say before for destruction? Pride, man. That's in Proverbs 16:18. It says it's not of the Father, but of this world. So all that you see, it says the lust of the flesh. So when guys that want to do whatever they will, the lust of the eyes, whatever they see, they do, and the pride of life. Pride is bringing destruction on you, man. It says, verse 17. It says, "In the world passes away," and that's the clue. The world is going to pass away, that the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High Yahweh Shai abideth forever. So you have to see that Yahweh Shai has restored and protected you, man, because this earth is going to pass away, meaning the spirit that's all over this world, that's which is of the lust, flesh, and the eyes, because we got to walk after the spirit to be a spiritual man, man. That's why I love when brothers handle each other, man. They handle each other with care, man, because that's one of the commandments, man. And they love you how about Shem Shai with all thy heart and soul, man. That's a blessing, man, to see this thing, man. Blesses your eyes that can see, bro. All right? Let's go to 1 John 4:4. 1 John chapter 4, verse 4 said, ye are of Yahweh, little children, and he overcame, ye are Yahweh Shai, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. So to say, who's in the world? Satan, man. Wickedness, death, murder, reveling. The world is hell, and Yahweh Shai. Let's go up to verse 3. Let's go to 2. Verse 2, it says, hereby know ye that the flesh of the most Yahweh Shai, every spirit that confesses that Yahweh Shai is come in the flesh is of Yahweh Shai. But he was walking in the spirit, but he came on the earth in the form of man. It says, and every spirit that confesses not that Yahweh Shai is come in the flesh is not of Yahweh Shai. This is the spirit of Antichrist. You are Antichrist if you don't believe that. So you niggas in the black conscious community, you niggas is all about the African shit. You niggas is niggas. You gonna be destroyed. I don't give a hell if you a close friend that grew up with me. If you don't get it, you don't get it. And the Most High gonna destroy you. Whatever you have heard that I should come, and even now already it is in the world, right? It says, ye are of Yahweh Shai, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than it is in the world. They are of the world, therefore they speak of the world, and the world heareth them. They don't want to. These people don't want to change. They don't want to change. They don't want to get out of this. But you have been out of this. You have been changed. You have been conformed. All to be sons of Yahweh Shai. Verse 6, it says, we are the Yahweh Shai. He that knoweth Yahweh Shai heareth us. So there's only certain men that's going to hear. And that is not of the Most High. He is not, because the spirit, he left the record in his book of what's going to happen. And they can't hear or see. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. So, all right? Let's go to Titus and end it off there. Chapter 2, verse 12. Titus chapter 2, verse 12. It says, teaching us that denying godly and worldly lust, we should live soberly and righteous and godly in the present world. So we're gonna live in the present world, but still try to just keep the spirit, to the best of our ability through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Because you got guys that come in that's gonna fall out of the spirit, man. You see the guys that's coming to try to get clout. Egghead. You got guys that's what's his name? Tatted up. That guy. Looking for that blessed hope and the glorious appearing of the great power and of our Savior Yahushua, who gave himself for us that he might redeem us from all iniquity and purify unto him a peculiar people and zealous and good work. So this is what it is, bro. The world is gonna see what Yahweh Shah has did for these men, man. So hey, and with that, I want to go praise Yahweh Shah, peace, salutation, shalom, man.